Shabbat Shalom u'mevorach buchim habayim. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This week we'll be reading Parashat Ekev. And if you look in the beginning parasha, there's a Pasuk that I want to read to you that's actually very interesting. And there's a big lesson that we can learn. The Pasuk says, Moshe Rabbeinu tells Am Yisrael, V'zacharta et kol haderech asher uluchecha Adonai Elohecha. And you shall remember the way from Mitzrayim and the Midbar, the way that we went through, that God took us through. Ze 40 shana b'midbar, 40 years in the desert. Leman anotecha, in order to afflict you. Linasotecha, to elevate you. Ladat et asher bilvavecha, to know in your heart, tashmer mitzvotecha im lo, to follow the mitzvot or not. Moshe Rabbeinu is telling Am Yisrael, Leman anotecha, linasotecha, that God took us through the Midbar. We went through Mitzrayim to afflict you, to elevate you. If you look at this Pasuk on face value, how can these two words, affliction and elevation, how can that be in one Pasuk, in one sentence? It doesn't make sense. It's a contradiction. So we have to understand, what is Moshe Rabbeinu telling Am Yisrael? What is the Torah teaching us today in our generation? That many times in life, we're going to be afflicted. Many times in life, we feel like we're being pushed against the wall. We feel like there's no hope. We feel like there's a challenge. But we have to realize, Leman anotecha, that God is only afflicting us, only to level us. Linasotecha, only to bring us up. Many times in life, in a general and a worldly level, and many times in a personal level too. For example, we just witnessed in Eretz Yisrael a few months ago, when there was many countries who wanted to destroy us. One country, other countries, everyone was a little scared. We started praying. Israel was worried for the worst. They prepared for the worst. They say they even prepared graves for mass casualties. No one knew. We knew hundreds of ballistic missiles are going to come. The whole world was praying. But we know what happened after a little bit of affliction that Hashem gave us. What happened? We came out with a victory. HaKadosh Baruch Hu elevated us. We came out with a victory with stronger emunah, with stronger bitachon. The whole world saw the nisim v'niflaot. So we see in life many times this happens. Many times in history this happens. But that's on a worldly level. But also personally in life, Rabotai. We have to realize sometimes Hashem puts us in challenges, puts us in uncomfortable situations, puts us in corners, only to lift us up, only to bring us up. The Gemara says in Masechet Brachot Daf Hey, that there's three things in this world that's acquired with Isurin. What's Isurin? Difficulties. Challenges. What are the three things? Torah, Eretz Yisrael, and Olam Haba. Torah. When we try to learn Torah, when someone wants to grow in Torah, it's hard. It's not easy to learn. And especially in the beginning, the Yetzer Hara tries to get you, tries to convince you to do something else, go be busy with something else, procrastinate. It's not easy, but it comes with Yisurin. But the more challenge it is, the greater you come out, the stronger you come out to learn Torah, and the more knowledge you have. The second thing is Eretz Yisrael. Everybody knows, especially today, there's thousands of Jews who do Aliyah. Everyone knows you do Aliyah, how difficult it is. Whether it's difficulties with the government, or you're getting from the airport and moving from here, there, you're different, you're in a different world. It's not easy. People even go on vacation in Eretz Yisrael, it's hard. But we still go. Because the Gemara says that Israel is obtained with Yisurin. But even though it's hard, it's not something that, so I'm not going to go because it's not easy. No, even more so. Because you see, it's such a great mitzvah to be in Eretz Yisrael. It's such a great mitzvah to be there that sometimes it's harder, and the Yetzer Hara is making it harder, so it's the right thing. And lastly is Olam Haba, which is in general mitzvot and ma'asim tovim. It's not easy to acquire Olam Haba. Yes, we have to be up for the challenge. HaKadosh Baruch Hu gives us challenges. Some people have a challenge to keep Shabbat. Some people have a challenge to go to Minyan, to put on tefillin, to keep kashrut. It's not easy. But we have to realize, Leman anotecha, HaKadosh Baruch Hu tells us, and we see this in history, that sometimes we be oppressed. Sometimes we get challenges, but it's only to bring us on top. It's only to bring us stronger with emunah, stronger in belief, have stronger Torah. So next time when you're in the Bet Midrash and you're learning or you're listening to a shiur and it's not easy, your phone's ringing, you have things in your head, you're unfocused, try to put everything away and focus and say, no, I want to learn. I'm not going to listen to the Yetzer Hara. We have to realize it's not that it's difficult, it's the Yetzer Hara. The Yetzer Hara knows we're doing something good when we sit and learn Torah. So push it away. Put the Yetzer Hara away for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes. Tell them, no, I'm going to continue learning Torah. And you'll see how much more successful you'll be. When you want to go do a mitzvah, when you want to try to obtain Olam Haba by doing chesed, by doing mitzvot, by following the ways of Hashem, it's not meant to be easy. People think ideal life means zero challenges, means relaxing all day without any issues. No, that's not ideal life. Because if there's no challenges, it won't be fair. If there's no challenges in life, it won't be fair. We have to realize that HaKadosh Baruch Hu only gives us challenges because He wants us to grow. He only gives us Yisurin because He loves us. And these challenges are challenges that we could pass. We spoke about this before, that any challenge we get, big or small, HaKadosh Baruch Hu will only give it to you if He knows you're going to pass it guaranteed. He knows you're going to pass it with flying colors. So we have to realize from this Pasuk, it might not make sense to a non-Jew. It might not make sense on face value that Moshe Rabbeinu was telling us that we went through affliction to be elevated. But this is the way of life. This is the way of Am Yisrael. We see this on a national level where we get prepared for war, where we have to get ready, where people are worried. We have to say Tehillim, extra tefillot, and HaKadosh Baruch Hu takes us with the win. And also we see this in our personal lives. When we have challenges, when our family member sees we have challenges, show us that they're strong. Show your children you're strong. Show your wife that you're strong. They're going to push through the Torah. You're going to push through the challenges. And Be'ezrat Hashem, if we do this and we emulate this, we'll see the Mashiach in Geula very soon. Shabbat Shalom u'mevorach.